The Groupers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So LSU's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
The short hand. It's Durham. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him. They're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They'll give it to the back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
We know a lot of offenses like to strip their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
The Groupers offense will take the field for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage. They can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. And the Groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll move the tight end. On the ground, it's Durham. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clogged.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far for the field goal. Punting does nothing. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tigers!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. And now the offense will come onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He'll toss it. Finding open areas. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. The Groupers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag. Everything you want. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the Groupers will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Plows through the defense. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Quick spin on the line. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a 1st down.
That's That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. They'll leave it with the lone back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Guys, LSU has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Catch in the middle, it's Green. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella. I trust.
He's loose. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. When Brian Kelly arrived here in 2022, LSU had suffered a very quick fall from the grace of that national championship season, but he is a proven program builder.
And then this program dipping into the transfer portal, you saw so many pieces there in place a year ago, and they could score some points, but, you know, making this a complete team, Palm, I think Nussmeier and the offense has a chance to really thrive. Can the defense stay with him? Because that will determine how great this season can be.
Especially in the secondary. That's a place where LSU is strong.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone. I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when he catch a big fella.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun. Wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Parrish. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Groupers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line.
Listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Turning on the Jets. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Going for it all. Got it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And after that pitching catch, he's already over 200 yards. And we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. On the ground with the counter. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Let's see what they do on third down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
You just love to see that from the quarterback. I know it's a big third down, and more than anything, you want to throw a completion, keep your offense on the field. But when the defense wins and nobody's open, you got to just tip your hat, throw it away. And now a big decision coming up on fourth down.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Quickly to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Touchdown, Tiger! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the groupers will hustle to the line. Out of the shotgun on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Benson. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The groupers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rides to back and leaves it.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on third and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
Kick is in the air. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
You see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. One more snap coming before halftime. Back to pass on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the groupers will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, that DB basically could have just ran that route for the wide receiver. He was all over him. There was no shot that receiver was going to be able to make that play. Beautiful job by the defensive back.
Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On third down, going up top. Gets it to him on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. It's a running room. Touchdown, LSU. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what you...
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
They want to run this quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And the returner will be brought down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're
looking for the end zone. Touchdown LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Breaks the tackle. Defenders everywhere as he is stopped for a loss of 5. The groupers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch at the 45. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him. You
can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. On the run, it's Craig. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gives it on the option. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the groupers will punt it away on 4th down. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Hand off from the gun. Runs through the tackle. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Fires to the big fella. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line.
Get set.
He'll ride his man on the option. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it's just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a...
It's a seam wide open. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Got guys, LSU has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. And his first pass is incomplete.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB, because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. The Groupers decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. To the air. It's Van Buren. That's reeled in. It's Hilton. Still on his feet at the 45. Into the secondary on the run. Touchdown, Tiger. And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Sheffield. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Running back searching for a hole. Nice move there. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Groupers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give on the counter. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Punt is on its way. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Van Buren. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. It was against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion. My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and you never complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The sure hands, it's Hilton. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Central Michigan is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 24 over the Judicials. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The groupers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down. And the groupers line up to punt it away. He's got it. He's got great speed. Oh, the spin move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Back to pass, it's Van Buren. They're looking to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Hilton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. He caught it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blow.